You are now tuned in to the hottest inspirational talk show on the market. Turn up your speakers and listen in as Ms Yvonne talks life, love, and godly relationships.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What it do? What does it do? How y'all doing? Yo, I just have to say this. You know what? Being a Christian is real tough. You know, at these times, these perilous times, you know, sometimes I just want to cuss. And I wanted to share that with y'all because, you know, sometimes I just really want to drive my point in. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I need to say a cuss word with it. And it reminds me of before I used to cuss, because I didn't start cussing until I turned 21. I would never curse. I said no cuss words. People call me a goody two shoes. Whatever. You know, it was ladylike. And I was, you know, I don't know. I was just a different kid. I wasn't a bad kid at all. You know, it was always relationships that got me in trouble, like boyfriends and stuff like that. You know, but cussing, I didn't get into that till I got, you know, with a boyfriend, and then his parents used to cuss. And not only did his parents cuss, but his whole family cussed. And so when I was sitting in their house, I just feel like I just need some popcorn. Like, this is awesome. Like, Lord, I want to cuss. I want to cuss. Look at them. They just were cussing. And then just now, while I was getting ready for this message, I saw something that told me, in 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 16, but shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto more ungodliness. And you know, that's the one thing with the Bible. You know, it's made to help you grow. And no matter what you do or how far you are along in your life, until you're gone, this word is sent to buffer you constantly. You know, because in my mind, I could surely come up with a reason why it's okay for me to cuss. Okay? Because I was listening to a girl, she's from Jamaica, and she said certain cuss words in where they from ain't cuss words in America. And so I just figured, well, what if I just pretend like I'm in Jamaica and go ahead on and say some of these things that I really want to say? And I don't even know if this the words they use in Jamaica. Just I'm going to use it for all the cuss words. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what's up. Okay, so that's what I have to tell myself. But I just wanted to share that with y'all. My main message really ties back into this because, y'all, I'm so elated. I'm so grateful. I'm so excited because of that stronghold that I told y'all about that's been broken off of my life as far as sexual immorality. And it don't matter, you know, if you slept with one person or however, whatever you do, that's your business. I'm not in here to judge you. I'm your teacher. I'm just telling you how to get past it and to get to the other side. Because, you know, people can sit here and bash you all day. Like, you know, you ain't supposed to be doing this before you get married. Okay, well, some of us done did it already. So now what? Okay, that's how I think. And what I realized was, oh my gosh, how much this affects your life. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't just affect your life. It affects your children's life. You understand? Like, this is serious. You know, sexual sins is huge. And so today on this episode of Get Your Mind Right Monday, oh my gosh, it's been a while since we've done Get Your Mind Right Monday. So I'm excited to bring this. I want to speak on the number one. Why would I try to get my words sometime? They won't come out. I want to kind of go over the 7 deadly sins because I just keep hearing 7. So I'm like, okay, what's in the 7? What do you want me to know about 7, Lord? And today I just feel led to just cover one thing at a time, right? And my situation included lust, right? But I'm not somebody who knows what every single word is. You know, you just figure what lust. For me, I just figured what lust was. I didn't go look up what lust was. I just figured out that lust was just, I don't know, a strong desire for something. And then I came across this website called BibleInfo.com, and it says lust is a strong passion or longing, especially for sexual desires. And this guy, I'm gonna call him the counterfeit, right? The counterfeit was like, you know what? I don't know if this is love or lust between us, like how I feel about you. He said, but it's something. Right. And that was, in one conversation. And then later on in another conversation, he said, I just lust for you so much. I lust for you. And I was like, oh, wow. At this point, I'm with God, I'm walking with God, I'm just trying to do my Christian thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to stay focused on the Lord until my husband comes. I'm really not trying to backslide and get into soul ties and all those things. I'm just so over that, So he was like, I really lust for you. And I was like, he said, well, what do you, how do you feel about, kind of like how you feel about that? I think that's kind of, it went along that kind of way, right? And I'm like, well, to me, I don't see it as lust. I see it as an appreciation. And then I was talking to my sister on the phone today, and she said, well, you could be feeling one way, and somebody else could be feeling a totally different way. And I said, you know what, man, you're right. I didn't think about that. Like, just because you don't lust for something doesn't mean somebody is lusting after you. Right? So I'm like, wow, all right. So what am I supposed to do with this? So what I began to do was simply just watch the situation. Because sometimes I don't want to think. I just want to observe. The Bible say to watch and pray. And so sometimes that's all I can do because I've been using my brain for other things, for building up my empire. And so I don't have time I don't have time to lust. I don't have time to envy. I don't have time to do all these different things. I don't have time for gluttony. I don't have time for greed. I don't have time for sloth. I don't want to be wrath. I don't want to have no anger, envy, pride. I don't need any of that. I don't have time for it because I'm focused on my goals. But it made me start to observe lust from an outsider's perspective. And I got to see people in rare form. And what I mean by that is I'm watching them in rare form, but I know that I too used to be like this. Like toxic behaviors that you watch your parents go through, or that you've seen growing up, or that, you and your homegirls, you know what I'm saying? She got a man and he wilding and she call you and both of y'all pulling up on him, or, she come and pick you up from the house and all this other kind of stuff, and everybody is toxic. Right? But you got to grow out of that. And the word of God helps you to get out of that. Because what people not saying is that toxic, to me, was sexy. Now, I know that sounds very strange, sounds very weird. And I realized that I enjoyed toxic situations. Like, it wasn't a problem for me. I thought that was cool. Like, girl, look, he loved me, girl. He done text me from buku different numbers. He done showed up at my house. He done popped up. He comes to these little places, girl. He just loved me that much. Now, y'all might think, oh, girl, that is crazy. But that's what I thought love was. This overwhelming feeling where you couldn't control yourself. But that's not what love is at all. Love comes with control. If you have no self-control, how can you love anything? How could you love anybody? Because without self-control, you can't even love yourself. Because you don't even know how to control yourself. That's why it's self-control. See how that go? Boom. So that is why, so I'm checking out the Bible, right? And the Bible says, flee also youthful lusts, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart. That's 2 Timothy 2, verse 22, right? And then the BibleInfo.com site says, chastity or self-control cures lust by controlling passion and leveraging that energy for the good of others. Here's the benefit, y'all, of saying no to the D or saying no to the P. You see what I'm saying? Because the devil uses sexual immorality to blind you. You know how they say love is blind? And it'll take over your mind. What you think is love is really not. You need to elevate and find. Okay, remember that? That's a good video. If y'all don't even remember that, go back and check that video out, because that video shows you what lust can do. And that was one of the most powerful videos that I saw as a little girl growing up. And that song is Love is Blind by Eve. Go check that out, okay? If you have time. Some of y'all probably already heard it before. Okay, so like I said, the devil is trying to use sexual immorality to blind you. Because once you cross that line, see, what nobody told me was that it feels, if it's done right, it's nice. It's a nice thing, okay? So now you're confused, right? Because they say it's bad, but it feel good. So now you don't know. Now you're like, well, shoot. Now I'm caught in rapture. I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do with this. So you got to rise above that, okay? And as a creator, while I'm creating, I'm passionate about the things that I create, and it just turns my whole body on. So now I'm turned on, I need some coffee, but that's not what that passion is for. Until you get married, you got to turn that sexual passion into profit. I'm not saying become sexually active. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm telling you. Get your profit from. What I'm saying is, you got to start finding your passion in life outside of relationships. Okay, outside of a boyfriend, outside of a girlfriend, outside of being a good wife, outside of finding the right wife, push past that. Push past that and find something else that makes you happy. Create something that makes you happy. Build something that makes you happy and pour into that. See, because that sexual immorality will block you from getting to that side. And that's the beautiful side. See, that's where the garden comes in. See, that's where the harvest is. Because now you're not focused on the D, you focused on your business. Okay, now you can mind your business because you have some business. You understand what I'm saying? You got to get you some business to overcome this lust thing. Because if you can focus on your business, you can push past the darkness. Because, baby, I want y'all to survive. I want you to make it. I want you to find somewhere else to pour your soul into. Because the devil comes to steal, to kill, and destroy you. You understand? Don't allow lust, one of the top deadliest sins, to be the reason that you don't make it to heaven. You don't want a toxic relationship to be the reason that God say, you can't come. You can't sit with us. Okay? So y'all be strong. And while you're out there, pray and thank God for change, correction, and His word. Y'all be blessed. Peace.
Ellis Production.
Thank you for tuning in to the Ms Yvonne Show. To reach out to Ms Yvonne, be sure to follow her personal blog, Ms Yvonne Ministries, at www.MsYvonneMinistries.org. You can also follow the Ms Yvonne Show on all social media outlets to stay informed and up to date on the next show. Thank you again and have a great day.